In a tragic incident that has taken place in Mumbai's Malad, two people drowned after their car got stuck in a flooded Mumbai subway. The incident took place on Monday night when the two were returning to their homes in Malad East. The deceased were identified as 38-year-old Irfan Khan and 40-year-old Gulshad Sheikh. Now, due to heavy showers, their car got stuck in the subway. People later pulled the car out of the water and found that the duo were in an unconscious state. They were then rushed to the hospital where they died during treatment. All right, this has been a very tragic incident that is coming to light at a time where the rains have lashed the maximum city of Mumbai. In this case, two people drowned inside the car, and that, of course, raises several questions on what one must do in Mumbai when they are traveling on the road, and if they are stuck in a knee-deep water and their car is stuck, what are the things that they are supposed to do so that they are not trapped inside the car? How can one be better prepared? In this particular case, the unfortunate incident that has come to light from Mumbai's Malad, two people drowned after their car got stuck in a flooded Mumbai subway. Let me go across to my colleague Apeksha Srivastava for further updates on what really happened and how one can be better prepared. Apeksha, first of all, take us through this incident. It is extremely tragic how these two individuals lost their life as they got stuck inside the car. What really happened?
That's right, Apurva, an extremely unfortunate incident coming in. Now, this is because of incessant rains that were taking place for the last 5 days in the city. Now, this incident took place yesterday, and they were traveling from the southern part of the city to the northern part, and Malad subway is essentially a connection from between the eastern part of the city to the western part. And it's an extremely convenient road and widely used by a lot of people. But the very fact that it's a subway, it's a low-lying area and it's prone to flooding, and that's exactly what happened yesterday. In fact, the subways across Andheri, Malad, Goregaon were inundated, and so was Malad. Now, the police officials say that they had stopped these two individuals traveling in the cars from going ahead, considering that it was completely drowned underwater. But what happened was that these two, this is what the police say, that the two individuals still decided to travel in their car in that deep water. And that's when they got stuck, and they were unable to get out of their cars because it was an automatic car. And following such an incident, the automatic cars get auto locked and auto jammed. And they did try to come out of the car. They used their cell phones and their hands to break open the windows. But that too did not help because the cars were jam-packed. The windows were jam-packed, and it's because of suffocation that the two people lost their lives, unfortunately, in Mumbai.
Absolutely, extremely unfortunate and tragic incident, but of course that raises the concerns, and it is important for the people in Mumbai to follow few steps so that they can be better prepared if at all they are trapped in a car and in a flooded location. Here at Mirror Now, we're going to tell you what are the steps that one can take if at all you're stuck inside a car, because remember, the Mumbai rains can be extremely tricky, especially if you have to commute in pouring rain. There might be a situation where you are stuck inside your car when it is absolutely flooded. You enter a subway which is absolutely inundated. What do you do then? Here are some quick fixes by our correspondent Utkarsh Chaturvedi.
Well, driving in Mumbai during the monsoons is a beautiful feeling at times. You know, the water droplets touching your windscreen. You have your own nice soulful music going on in the vehicles, and everything just so lit up by the rains. But then there are days where there's heavy waterlogging and your vehicle has to pass through deep pools of water. Now, what that does is that does not only put your vehicle at risk, but puts you at risk as well. So what we have thought is to give you a small guide of what to do when your car is wading through deep pools of water. Now, the first and the most important advice is to get a sense of the depth of the water. You know, you can ask the people around how deep is the water and then only move into it. Now, the ideal situation is that if the water level is above the front axle, you should not give it a try. What is the front axle? The front axle is the radius of your front wheel. So if your water level is above this point, that means the center of your wheel, ideally you should not give it a try and should simply either keep your car on the sides or move back. Now suppose you get stuck in the middle of a water pool. The first thing you need to do is to roll down your windows and shut the AC off. What that does is that one, if your central locking system fails, it gives you enough fresh air to breathe, and in case of an emergency allows you to move out of the vehicle. One very important thing to realize while you are driving through flooded waters is to keep your speed slow, because at high speed it might allow the water to form waves around your vehicle and enter through the exhaust pipe. So the ideal speed should be below 10 kmph and at the least gear possible. Now ideally the first gear, but you need to keep pressing your accelerator to keep the revs high. The revs at all point of time should be at least above 1500 rpm to make sure that the vehicle does not stop. Now despite all of these tries, if the vehicle stops, do not try to start the engine again, as it can harm the vehicle much more than it already has. Simply lock the car, push it to the side and look for a mechanic. Once your vehicle is out of water, make sure you pump your brakes a few times, so if there any moisture which is being captured in the drums of the brakes is released, and also please take it to the service station as soon as possible, as most of the oils and greases of the vehicles are washed away. Hope this will help you in future. Keep driving safe.
Heaviest monsoon rain since 2005 lashed Mumbai.